You got to do a lot of stuff at the same time. But anyways, we're going live on YouTube. And we can start out by introducing ourselves, right? Because there are new people here, newbies here. Newbies no, but I think you don't know each other. So we can introduce ourselves. My name is Melissa, but you can call me Mel. I've been a hostess here on TNT for about a month now. I don't know. But anyways, I'm 19. I'm based in São Paulo. And I don't have children. I live with my mommy. And that's it. And also, I don't know what I'm doing with my life in terms of job. I've been saying it very often because that's true. That's it. How about you, Ronaldo? Who are you? And good morning, YouTube.
Morning. As you know, my name is Ronaldo. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 60. I have been studying English for a long, long time, but I think that the most time in the wrong way. And I think that I found a good method now that is helping me to improve my pronunciation. And I am in TNT just for promote it, just to improve it. And I think that's a good idea because we can speak freely without judge, I think. I hope. I commit a lot of mistakes. I ask your pardon for this.
Not true.
But I think that is all for.
So no judgments here. People are not judgmental. I think so. I hope so, at least. And cool. Like, out of curiosity, what do you mean by studying in a wrong way? Studying English in a wrong way? Let's see if Ronaldo?
Sorry?
So, what do you mean by studying English in a wrong way? How you used to study? How did you used to study English?
It's because I teach by myself all the time, I think, and I did some course online, but I think all the time I learned something, but it is not helping me. It was not helping me to know how to speak correctly.
Okay, I see. Awesome. Also that you came across TNT, and there's such a great space to improve any language, right? How about you, Anna? Who are you, and how long have you been studying English? Have you been studying it in a wrong way?
My name is Ana. I'm 34. I'm from São Paulo, and I have been living in Curitiba for 8 years. I am married. I don't have kids. And I have been studying English for a long, long time, like Ronaldo said, since I was a child. I studied in a lot of schools, and I'm trying to improve here in TNT my speaking skills.
Awesome, good. As I said, TNT is such a great choice. So you said that you're married, that you don't have kids. Do you think of having kids in the future?
Yes, in the future, yes. Not here, not in this period of pandemic, because I'm a little bit afraid, but in the future, yes.
I see. That's right. Children haven't got vaccinated, right? Yeah, children are forgotten. But anyways, thanks for introducing yourself. How about you, Carla? Who are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm 35 years old. I'm from São Paulo, but I'm living in the Netherlands since January this year. My husband was invited to work here, and we decided to move to here. We had we have 2 kids, 2 girls, Valentina, 6 years old, and Theodora, 3 years old. And I would like to improve my English to start my career here. So I think that's it.
Awesome, good to know. So tell me, how do you like living abroad? How is it? How is it like?
I think it's a very nice experience because we have been opportunity to know many countries. We are border with Germany, Luxembourg, and Belgium, Dutch, Belgium. So I have it's very nice to know new place, new culture, to meet other kind of people, and for my kids to learn other languages. Both are studying in Dutch school. My old kid, Valentina, is speaking Dutch very well. I am very proud of her. So I think it will help us to live. I think it's a great opportunity to see the life of from other perspective, you know. So I think we are changed a lot of things that you're feeling, your lifestyle, a lot of things.
That's awesome. Like speaking of languages and stuff, do you speak in Portuguese with your kids?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm studying in Dutch too. Sometimes I'm confused. Inside at home we were just speaking Portuguese with both kids.
Oh, that's so cool. So thanks for sharing. Such a great thing to know. Right. So last but not least, Guilherme. Who are you, and do you think of living abroad in the future, or maybe now? I don't know.
Okay, so it's Guilherme here. I am 26 years old, making 27 in December. I'm currently living with my girlfriend since April. We're living well. It's a good thing for us. When I think about living abroad, it's a thing that I was discussing with my girlfriend yesterday, but we usually think about our friends here, and it's a thing that we think that we're going to miss them a lot. And for now, it's a thing that we're not thinking seriously to do. Maybe a trip or living 1 year or 2 years, but living permanently in a place and in another country is a thing that that's not for us at the moment, you know. But but as I think, I don't know if it was Anna or if it was Carla, but yes, it's a lot. It's very cool to know another countries and other peoples. I think we have a great opportunity to learn a lot and learn things from different ways, because when you're raised in another country, you learn things in different ways. You do things in different ways. And
that's right.
I think that's so much rich.
That's right. I'm totally with you. It's such a great life-changing, right? Living abroad. I totally feel you. Right. So thanks for introducing yourselves, guys. Everybody shares some curiosity about your own life. That's awesome. So as I said before, let's share our opinions on these statements that I've shared in the chat. So question number 1 and 2. These are just some instructions, you know, so that you can understand what I'm trying to do here in this moment. So the third statement They are 2, 3. But take a look at the second 3, please. Anna, would you like to say something?
Yes, I could you please share again the questions?
Yeah, of course.
the
My
chat.
bad. My bad.
No,
Sorry, 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 sorry.
I had to reconnect.
Yeah, I totally forgot it. Here we go. So guys, please take a look at the second 3 because I've duplicated these numbers. Here we go. The young generation is indulging in online gaming. They waste their precious time playing dangerous games. This is the statement. Do you agree with it? Don't you disagree? Why? Why not? Tell me. All right, Guilherme, no problem. So tell me, Carla, do you agree with this statement?
What is indulging?
Indulging, right? I've looked it up a lot, this word, but it's like they are wasting their time, you know? They don't care about their time, and so then they indulge. When you indulge, you don't care so much about the consequences, you know? You just indulge. This word doesn't make difference in this statement. You can focus on the young generation waste their precious time playing dangerous games. That's basically it.
I think I don't know. I think yes, but in my case, I have 2 kids, and of course, they are contactive games. It's part of our life, no. But I think it's my responsibility to control the kind of the games and the time available to gaming. So I think us as parents have this responsibility with our kids. But I know that some people, young in general, doesn't have this kind of control and it's free to watching and playing a game and things. So I think yes, but I think our responsibility to control it.
I see. Right. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna share my opinion after you all, guys. So how about you, Anna? Do you agree with Carla?
Yeah, I think that the parents have responsibility on their children, so they need to take care of what the kid is doing online or on the internet. But I think it's also just maybe just a phase, you know, when you like some kind of game and then you change it again. I think it's important to play online, but it's also important to have to play outside. Like in the past, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot with my friends and on the streets playing volleyball, playing a lot of games. But I think it's important for the parents to see their kids what they're doing.
Right. So your take on it is that you think that there must be a balance.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. So moving on. How about you, Ronaldo? Do you think differently?
I'm so worried about this because I think that the kids take a lot of time in the internet just playing games, and I think that's not good because they don't pay attention at the school. I think they could use better the time in the internet just for studying. But I think we don't have how to prohibit it because it's their time, it's their colleagues, all the kids play on the internet. But I try to control the time my kids use these games and so on. I'm worried about it
All right. Great. Good to know. Thanks for sharing. So, Guilherme's out. I don't know if he has came back. Guilherme? No. So, I'm going to share my answer. I'm going to share my opinion. Guys, I kind of think differently. First of all, in my mind, it's too generic to say that young generation wastes their time on gaming. First of all, they are kids and teenagers. So I assume that kids and teenagers, they don't have the responsibility to keep up with a routine, you know? Most of the teenagers and kids, at least the ones that I keep in touch with, they are not aware that, oh my gosh, I'm spending too much time in this game. I gotta study, I gotta do something else. To my mind, they are not aware of it. And gaming is such a great activity to do. You know what? Because you can make money out of it, first of all. So people like adults, not only adults, but teenagers make money out of it. And it's such an interesting activity because there are lots kinds of games, you know, that work with our critical thinking. For example, let me contextualize you. I am crazy about games. I really like playing games, mobile games and console games. And there's one game, which is Assassin's Creed. This game is awesome because it's based in history. So whenever I hear someone saying that teenagers should be studying, they can also be studying with games, you know? I remember that I was playing this game that I've mentioned, and I was learning a lot of things about history, you know? So I wouldn't say that kids are wasting their time. I would say that they don't have responsibility to balance it, you know? Yeah, that's my point on it. Guilherme is back. So how about your opinion, Guilherme, on the third statement?
Okay, let me see.
I can hear you.
Okay. That's the 30 is the statement that we are talking now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
So, well, I think that internet is a good tool for a lot of things. I think we cannot demonize it in some way because as a tool it can be used for bad and for good things. But I think in the future I'm going to be a dad, but um, I'm a great user of the internet. I work on the internet. I talk with my friends on the internet. We're using this app on the internet. Whether we like or not, the things that we watch on TV maybe um, and I don't know, maybe what we watch in television on an SBT or global, the things are on internet and are provided by the internet. So I think that the better way is to be clear of what's on the internet and maybe to do a more conscious way of using the internet, not only for kids that I'm going to have in the future. I think about it, but maybe maybe ourselves. You know, sometimes we spend so much time on the internet and so much time doing things that we get in a place where we cannot be uh, unconnected from it. You know,
Mhm.
we have this difficult to be to be away from it or to have a time with our family or our friends. And I think we all have to balance it. It's a very it's a very important thing in my opinion. you know.
Right.
So I think besides of the importance for kids or things like that, I think we should look to ourselves and maybe think about how much time we spend on it. And try to balance the things, because it can be so powerful, can be so good, but if you don't balance it, it can be bad at a time.
I see, I see. Well, my bad, we were talking about the young generation wasting their time playing dangerous games. But you've shared your opinion on the internet now overall, and I totally agree with you. So that's it. So just to wrap up, the second number 3, which is, I do think that we must watch out for age-appropriate games, but all things considered that I've mentioned before. That's it. Great. So moving on, guys. Question 4 right now. But before moving on, Guilherme, would you like to say something on the second number 3 or not? The kids are wasting their precious time playing dangerous games.
Oh, I tend to agree with you in things related to video games. So I think, and I saw some studies and related to games, and you know, people often say that if we play a violence game or something like that, we are going to go and kill other people in places, and you know, things like that. But I don't think so. I already played some violent games, and I'm not out there killing people, because I think that this this thing works just like fighting, you know. I go to gym and go boxing, and I'm punking my mates there, but it's a thing that it's kind of I'm relieving stress and emotions and this type of things, and you know. So when it comes to playing violent games, I used to think that it's a way that we we have some kind of relief while we play the games, you know.
Alrighty. So you've came up with a different point on that. And when it comes to studying, I don't know, that we get violent, I don't have a take on it. So I have nothing to share. I'm going to remain silent. But all right, thanks for sharing. Right, moving on. The fourth question, guys. The fourth question, I think it's like real. I don't know if you feel the same. The fourth statement is, arrival of the internet has given new forms of crimes like cyberbullying and frauds. What do you think about it, Anna? Anna, you there?
Yes. Yeah, internet help us in so many aspects of, but I can even imagine life without internet. But I think it also has some cons. But I think we need to be attentive when we use the internet. But I think overall we had much more benefits with internet than without it.
That's it. So this statement says that internet has given new forms of crimes, right? Have you ever experienced one of those? I don't know, maybe cyberbullying. Have you ever seen yourself in a fraud? Seen yourself?
No, not really.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
I think it's with kids, it's important to be very very careful, and also with older people, because they're not very familiar with technology, and maybe they click on something that they should not click. So we need to be very, very careful.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And that's something that I really agree with, which is educate people before they jump into internet, you know?
Yes.
I totally see what you mean. Right. How about you, Ronaldo? What are your thoughts?
We had a problem in my company. They came through my server computer and put a virus there and send the account for transfer a lot of money. Of
God
course,
damn it.
we didn't, but we lost everything in our computer. Oh, not too much, because I had a backup of my system,
All right.
and I reestablished it, but it's caused a lot of problem, and I have to pay a lot of money to restore my server, my computer,
Mhm.
and I have to pay a lot of for it, but I didn't pay the rescue. I think that when you pay, you are collaborating with the crime, and I think if everyone don't pay, I think that the crime is low, I think. And about bullying and the frauds, it's all the time I receive email about fraud, trying to get my data, my numbers, my identity card, and so on. I think that we have to pay attention on to click in the links and so on. That is it.
Man, and did it happen like a long time ago?
This happened, I think that the last year.
The last year. That's so like lately. And how did you recover? Are you doing great with your business?
I have to format my computer and restore the database. And it's strange because they change all the archives, the paste with their name.
God damn it.
We able to access the computer, but they don't work, and they show in the screen the place where we have to put money and so on. It's so strange.
God damn it. Well, fortunately, you are recovering, right?
Yeah, and we put a barrier in our computer now. It's just too difficult access like that.
I see. Well, God damn it. So thanks for sharing it. Things that we must be aware, right? And watch out for. Great. Yeah. How about you, Carla? Have you ever experienced one of those cons of the internet?
Yeah, my husband is very worried about it. So he protects our things with a lot of kinds of the cyber protections. So I don't understand very well about it. So, but I follow the rules that it's teaching me. And I think it's necessary, as you said, it's necessary to educate the person, the people, to understand what is the thing is, click here, not click this kind of things. Some months ago, my credit card was cloned. I don't know if it's a correct word for this situation. And the person tried to online shopping with my credit card, but I received in the same time a text message from my bank advising about it, and I blocked my credit card in the same time. and I avoid these situations. But I know other people that didn't have any advertisement, yeah. And when my friend that had the same situation, and the person bought 2 flight tickets for Dubai.
God damn it.
Yeah, 2,000 reais, 12,000 reais, and he couldn't to revert the situation, and to take on in the justice to try to revert the situation, but I think it's very difficult. So I think it's necessary to have a lot of pay attention to avoid this crime, this type of crimes. No.
God damn it, I can't picture your situation now. Like, and how are you doing now? I don't know. Have you received a refund or something like that?
Like, in my situation?
Yeah.
No, the shop was not allowed it.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
can, yeah, because I think I don't know a lot of things about it, but the banks created some programs that analyze your kind of kind of custom and not custom using to buy. For example, if live in São Paulo and someone is trying to buy something in Rio de Janeiro, it's not normal. It's weird. So asset some protection program in the bank to prevent. And I choose in my bank account to receive any movement in my account. So I receive, it's not me. I'm not trying to buy anything. So I block it. But if you don't do it, maybe the other person you could buy something, your name, your credit card.
Oh, I see. Okay, so now you're safe. That's awesome. Okay, thanks for your bank policy. Okay, thanks for sharing, Kyla. And how about you, Gui? Have you ever experienced something like that everybody has mentioned?
Okay, so unfortunately, I fell on a type of fraud recently on OLX. I was trying to sell my computer, and you know, there's not a thing that I could click or something that easily you can see that is a fraud, but it was, and I delivered my computer into someone's hands, but did not receive my money, and that was a bad thing. I was very sad for it, but you know, things happen. I opened um, occurrence bulletin to see what we could do about it, but I tried contact OLX also to make them know what was going on, but it's a bad thing, you know. We do not expect to happen a thing like that with us, but sometimes it happens, and we often does not have a great control for it, because even when we know how to distinguish what is a fraud and what is not, sometimes we got so much nervous, and we do not have time and to think about what's going on. That was my case. I worked about 4 years in a bank, and I know much about what was mentioned by Carla, as things, as anti-fraud things, things like that, how to distinguish a fraud and things related. But when it came to my life, I wasn't that able to see what was happening because I was too nervous. But things happen, and
Sure. I can picture. Well, these kind of situations, they make us feel so important. Like, what are we going to do about it? Nothing. I totally see what you mean. So, guys, speaking personally, I have never experienced a fraud, like so far. I have never experienced a fraud or some kind of crime. But, however, I've experienced cyberbullying when I was a child, and this is such a terrible experience because till these days I have some reflections. So, yeah, I've experienced this. And that's why I think that people and kiddos must be educated, mainly, especially kids. Right. So moving on, because I want to talk about the fifth statement. This one is so interesting, right? I think that we're going to share a lot of things on this statement. And please be respectful, okay? Watch out for your words. Let me say it in advance. And here we go. The fifth statement is, the internet has brought rampant loss of moral values, and our new generation is it's morally what? It's morally damaged, It's cut, but it's morally damaged, this kind of thing. What do you think about it, Ronaldo? Do you agree with this statement? Ronaldo?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
The internet has brought. Oh, could you explain more about this question? Number 5?
Yeah. So do you think that our new generation has no moral values because of the internet?
I don't think so. I think that the new generation learn with their parents, and I will think about something you said. I think that you don't have to put a fence in the around the swimming pool. You have to teach how the kids to know how to swim, because you put a fence and they jump through the fence. It's no way. I think that we have to educate our kids, just prepare them for all kind of problems that they can face on the internet. I don't think that the moral is about the internet. I think that when they are educated in the correct way, it's no problem.
Right, I see. And I'm totally with you on that. Like, the problem isn't the tool, The problem is the people who are managing it, who are using it. And we can totally educate, through television, through commercials, I don't know, education, ministry, something like that. So I think that definitely the problem isn't the tool. And talking about that moral values, what are moral values, I think that these differ a lot. I'm not talking about that in my family it's normal to kill people and stuff. We know that. I think that it's a lot of things, it's common to people, but I think more values and principles, they differ a lot. So again, once more, I reckon this statement is too generic. How about you, Rana? What are your thoughts in this statement?
I also agree with you. I don't think that the tool is the problem. I think it's not only because I think that a lot of people think that with the internet they are kind of hiding and they can say whatever they want, but it's not true. I think when you have some values, you're not going to post anything that you want or anything that you think just because you're on the internet. So I think it's not the problem is not the internet, it is the person itself.
I see. Well, we share kind of the same point of view, right? So,
Yeah.
right. So how about you, Carla? Do you think differently? Carla? Are you there? If you're speaking.
Yes, I forgot to mute. I think in the internet that someone has created fake profiles to offend the others and have brave to do it when personally cannot. So, but I think you are independent. Is not if you are a bad person, is not because the internet. This person has a courage to do some things there because it's hides, and I think it's so bad, because it can affect a lot of people. And I think the most important is us that use the internet, social medias, protect ourselves from these people, these hatings. I think it's not a free land, free laws, and you can do anything. It's okay. No, it's not okay. Many people seeking because so I think it's so bad part of this is exposure. No?
Yeah, totally. There are people who, I don't know, they get so violent, so virile. I don't know if that word in English, because they think they are kind of in a shell when it comes to internet, but they're not, I totally see what you mean. Right.
Yeah.
How about you, Gui? Do you think differently?
So I tend to agree with you when it comes to this statement. Right, what morally is in the end of times, So I don't think that the internet has brought these things. I think that internet just made us see more things, most of them always are always happening through 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 to to the beginning of the ages, but I think that internet just provide us a way to see all that is going on, things that was going on the silent, people not sharing it, people not talking about it. So I think that now internet makes us see more things, such violence and things that maybe we do not want to see, and or and sometimes we shouldn't see, but it's there, I think internet sometimes works in this way, but I don't think that internet corrupts someone,
I see. And something that I find too interesting is that you said is that terrible things and questionable things. They're happening all the time since the beginning of humanity, you know. And I want to add something else. I would say that internet, unfortunately, provides space to these kind of people get together, you know. So I don't know if you guys follow the news and keep up with the news, but there are a lot of teenagers or adults, whatever, that join racist forums and clubs, you know. And unfortunately, internet make it easy to join nazis, clubs, groups that talk about harass women in the train, like people schedule these kind of things. So a lot of terrible things, like the worst of humankind, comes to light, you know, as you said. That's terrible, right? So guys, we are kind of running out of time, but we still have a bit to talk a little bit more. I like to talk about the statement 8. So I will skip statement 7, and I want to talk about the 8th statement because I think that is too relevant, which is the rate of inferiority complex is increasing due to the internet because it portrays things beyond reality. What do you think, Carla? Have you ever experienced something like that?
I think depends the person, depends how you do it for life. I'm trying to follow people that you have some value. Create some value for my life, you know. So I'm not interested in celebrities or fake lives, but maybe someone's believe in this. It's not a perfect life, and I think it's a little bit innocent that you someone you is happy all the time. So I think it's about us, not about the other. And I think it's necessary to know ourselves, to know our values, creating our principles, and it's connecting with the other real share the same things. So for me, I'm not so I'm trying to follow some things that you increase my life, and not to compare, right? Her life is better than, no, I'm okay with my life. So, but I think it's not is not the common, no? Usually the people like, I think Brazilian people likes to compare everything. So I'm more okay with it.
Right. What a powerful mindset. So glad for you. Right. So I think that this kind of feeling, they are common to whoever, like not only Brazilians. I think it's common to human beings. But I see what you mean. Thanks for sharing.
Okay, I think here the people just to finish, but I think here the people is more not share so much the personal life, you know. Is more private, so it's not common has a lot of followers in your Instagram. So it's not, oh, I have 2,000 followers, and you. No, it's not normal here. So I think it's more okay about it.
All right. And you sure have authority to say about it, right? Since you're living abroad. Okay. So thanks for sharing. Guys, I want to know from you, but let's be very quick because we have 5 minutes left. So Anna, tell me, do you agree with Carla? Do you think differently?
Yeah, I think with social media, I think people are very worried about image, and because everybody posts nice pictures with a nice body, so I think that's very harmful in a long term, you know. For I think that's not very nice, especially for kids.
I see. Right. I see. Great. Thanks for sharing. I kind of agree with you. So I'm going to share it later on. How about you, Ronaldo? Do you think differently?
Oh, I think that we have a problem in this kind of things because I worry about my kids, not about me, because everyone tried to publish photos that they are in a good shape, in a good situation, they are happy, but they didn't show when they are in that bad condition. And it's of course it's a real, but we have to pay attention in the kids because they can follow something that is not good, how to keep in a good shape in the that is I'm all about just that because everyone shows the good position, not the bad. When they are in the bad, they don't publish anything.
I see. Right. So you kind of agree with this statement. Okay. How about you, Guilherme? Do you think differently or not?
Okay. Considering that I suffered really a lot in my childhood, I don't think that I think we can put on internet the I think that's not because internet that in that we have an increase of inferiority complex in our society. I think that it may helps in a kind of way that as the other mate said, that internet that doesn't show up all the process that people passes by, but I think to have a common thinking, as one of the mates that say that in internet we can see the process of the people, and we can absorb a lot of good things, and some positive things about others, and people that makes us feel better about ourselves, and to reach the better of us also. And I think that we have this all of these possibilities, and sometimes we just have to reach out what is better. We know how to reach it, but we know we can also educate other people to do so.
I see. Right. Thanks for sharing with everybody, guys. So just to wrap up this conversation, I think that when we are at the lowest point of our lives, it's impossible to not compare ourselves to others. And to my mind, I think that internet, social media kind of provides space, for us to feel like that we are stuck in life, that we are not succeeding in life. So maybe we can make social media work for us. As Carla said, she follows people that are relevant, content that it's relevant for her. That's it, guys. Guys, we have 1 minute left, so I gotta be quick here. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation, really. And I'm sharing with you a link that you can copy. And maybe if you're looking for English classes, Spanish classes, or other language classes, you can go over the plans. And if something interests you, you can buy, right? And you can also join in a WhatsApp group, which is a paid group. And in this group, you're going to receive all the questions and the topic in advance. So maybe you can prepare yourself. As there is a basic plan and a pro plan. The basic plan, if I'm not mistaken, is like 30 reais, something like that. So if you are interested, you can check it out. The last thing here that I would like to say is rate this video and this conversation. Have you enjoyed it? I hope so. That's it, guys. Have you enjoyed it? Yes, no, no, yes. Was it relevant to talk about it? Great.
Yes, very much.
Yes.
For sure.
Good.
Thank you, Mel.
Mel. Thank you for
It
showing
was
up.
amazing.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Melissa.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
awesome. Thank you, Melissa.
Guys, thank you, Melissa.
Great. So I hope to see you next Thursday. That's it. Bye, people.